Hello everybody, hope that you are good. Today I'm going to analyze a new altcoin, and that's going to be Solana. I've already done two, Chainlink and Cardano, and you guys have been asking me to chart Solana, so here is the video. Now, if you want me to chart any other altcoin, please let me know in the comments, and I'll choose the one with the most comments. All these altcoin videos are in high time frame because we're getting ready for the bull market. So we're choosing the altcoins that we like, and we're charting in high time frame to see the buy zones and the sell zones. All right. So as it's high time frame, we need some context. So the Bitcoin dominance chart is very important because it makes a massive effect in the altcoin market. I've already talked about this chart in several videos, but I think it's a good idea to update you. We've been in this range for 2 years. You can see that this candle happened in the week of the 10th of May, okay? And you can see that we've been going up, down, up, down, up. And out here, many influencers were calling for an alt season, right? Because they think that this is an alt season. And I've been telling you guys, these are not alt season. These are only altcoins rallies, because what an alt season is are these drops over here. Okay, this is an alt season, this is an alt season, but these are only altcoin rallies. That's what I understand. Okay, now this time I know it sounds weird, but yes, this time it looks different. And I don't know if we're gonna go to the bottom of this range, because what you can see that happened in the previous times was that we get a spike, like a wick to the upside, and then we reject. It happened here, happened here again, in this one too. Here a candle, and then the next candle is a massive drop, you can see. And now we've been consolidating here for quite some time, to be honest, for I would say 2 months. Okay, so it's showing a strength. Because if not, it would just happen like the previous times and it would just go down again. But now it's showing strength, it's showing resilience, not like the banking system. It's holding this zone pretty well. So why not? Why couldn't we break this zone, hold here as support, okay? Maybe even go here to 52%. That's the monthly, in the monthly time frame, the 50 MA. Let's get there in a second. You can see that's purple line is the 50 MA in the monthly time frame. Here you also have these crazy imbalances, okay? So why not? Why couldn't we see something like this? I'm not saying 60%, but 52%, and we're now at 47%, so at 5%. I know it doesn't sound like much, but that would mean a lot. That would be crazy. And this chart is pretty much when the Bitcoin dominance goes up, altcoins are gonna trade bad against Bitcoin, okay? Because Bitcoin is gonna be dominant against altcoins. So that's the first thing. I don't like how the Bitcoin dominance chart is looking for altcoins, because it's telling me that there is a possibility, a higher possibility than the previous times, the price breaks out of this zone to the upside. And that would be really bad for altcoins. Alright? Especially if it can hold this zone as support while Bitcoin goes down. So imagine if Bitcoin goes down now to, I don't know, 20, I've been saying this, 25, we've already been there, 22, 20. Imagine if that happens while the Bitcoin dominance stays here. That would be really bad for altcoins, and you would see altcoins getting wrecked. Okay? I'm not saying it's going to happen, I'm saying that it's a possibility. It's in a scenario that you can't dismiss, because I know this video will get more views if I said that altcoin Solana is going to explode, it's going to go to the upside, buy now. That will give me more views. But what's the point? I'm not here to lie to you. I'm just telling you scenarios and what I see in the chart, and I'm telling you that the chances of the Bitcoin dominance breaking out of this zone to the upside are now higher than ever before during the past 2 years. Okay, now I see here already a support in this zone. This is the weekly time frame. So let's see how the weekly candle closes. But if it closes above this line, then that's fine. If it closes below this line, then yes, it's possible that we go lower. Okay, maybe even fill this imbalance over here. But for now, to be honest, it's looking pretty solid. And I think it's just waiting for the EMAs to come to this zone. Now, if we go to the daily time frame, you can see that we have just tested the daily 50 MA. Okay, you can see that in all the way up, we've been going with it. You can see even falling a couple of times. You can see all these fake outs they did here. And now it may be doing something similar, because if you check here, we fell below it and we've recovered that zone. So if this is another fake out and this continues like this, okay, maybe you can see something like this, and that would be terrible for altcoins. So that's a scenario that you cannot dismiss. And I'm telling you, if that happens, what's the problem? You can buy cheaper. And that means that, you're gonna be in a much better position for the next bull market, because you've bought cheaper, you've bought lower. So that appreciation in price is gonna be better for you. If you've watched all the videos of this channel, you'll remember a video that I uploaded 3 weeks ago, I think it was. I was talking about the scenario that some altcoins might see new lows. I don't think that's the case for Solana. I think Solana has already seen the bear market bottom of $7 or $8. I'll explain in this video later why I think this. But yes, remember that I was telling you to be very careful with altcoins when the rest of influencers were telling you that we're going to see an alt season. And I was telling you that because the Bitcoin dominance was not looking that bearish compared to the previous times. And you have seen since then, since that video, that many altcoins have been getting wrecked. Check Polkadot, check Matic, check Chainlink. Chainlink was I think it reached $8.50. Now it's in $6.50. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys know this chart. It's called Total 3. And this chart is the crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So in this chart, you only have altcoins and stablecoins. Let me show you the chart. It's this one, okay? The orange lines. I mean, you can see that the Bitcoin dominance has been, in this zone, and we're in the same place. And the total 3, which is, again, the altcoins, I mean, and you'll say, yeah, there are exceptions like Pepe and other coins that have been going up while the rest of altcoins were going down. Yes, but even Pepe is inside this chart in the total 3. Okay, so this is the average of all the altcoins. This is, generally speaking, the altcoin market, the altcoin prices. Okay, you can see here that the Bitcoin dominance chart right now, it's at the same point, at the same level that it was 2 months ago. Now, the total 3, the altcoins, were at that same price. Okay, you can see that it went up with it because also Bitcoin was going up. So if Bitcoin is going up, the whole market is bullish and the altcoins were following, and the Bitcoin dominance was going up. Now, the problem is that Bitcoin has been retracing. It has retraced from 31K to 25,800. So that's a big retrace. We're talking almost about almost at 20%, I would say, doing some quick maths. The Bitcoin dominance hasn't dropped. You can see that it's in the same levels. So that is the reason why now the total 3, the altcoins, are getting wrecked. Because you see this drop. If the altcoins were not getting wrecked, they would be in this same area. But you can see that they've gone lower. They've got wrecked while the Bitcoin dominance has stayed in the same area. So I hope that some of you took that warning seriously and didn't think that I sounded crazy, because yes, it hasn't happened in the same size, at least for now, but I was telling you that drop in Bitcoin from 31K to 25, 22, 20K at the same time as the Bitcoin dominance didn't follow and stayed in this zone here or even higher, that would be really bad for altcoins. And you can see that that's already happening. This drop over here is not a small drop in altcoins. I'm telling you, check the Polkadot chart, Polygon, Chainlink, Cardano, check all of these coins. You've seen that price has really dumped. And this drop is telling you that. Otherwise, we would be in this zone, okay? Let's have a closer look at the total 3 chart to see where it is. Okay, I can see that they've come to this wick, alright? Because this is something that I always tell you guys, and is that the price always goes back to fill the wicks. Fill the wick for the strategy, John Wick, call it as you want. But they always go back to the wicks. And I always draw 2 lines because they always fill at least 50% of the wick. So, this line here would be the 100% of the wick, and this one the 50% of the wick. And you can see how they've come now all the way to the 50% of the week. That's good, but if you notice the chart, it's not looking really bullish still, right? I mean, it looks to me like we're still in a range. Let's try to mark the range, okay? It would be maybe something like this, and then this would have been deviation, I would call it, okay? This thing here. But yeah, you can see that we're in this range for now, and it's not looking bullish at the moment. If you go to the monthly time frame, you can see that there is a large imbalance in the chart that they are filling, okay? Because you can see that they've already filled, at least I would say probably 50% of the imbalance, but not the whole imbalance. So the question is, are they gonna come back to this zone in the chart? Because yes, that would tell you that the altcoin market would see a big drop, because we're right now at $347 billion market cap, okay, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. This would take you to the $230 billion zone, so that's around 30% drop in the altcoins market, okay? That would be a big drop. I think the only hope for this to happen would be if the Bitcoin dominance goes up, breaks out of that range, and goes up and holds that resistance that we've had for 2 years and flips it into support and holds it, while Bitcoin continues, goes down to maybe 22K, 20K. I think that's really the only scenario in which I could see the total 3 drop into this box here. Okay, but if it happens, I mean, it's difficult that it happens, but it can happen. And if it happens, you know, the opportunities that we're gonna see in this zone, they're gonna be crazy. Again, I'm not saying that it's going to happen. I'm only saying that it's a valid scenario at this point. Now, if we go to let's check that week again for a second. Let's go and check that week. Because yes, this week is in the total 3, so it's, you know, the average of all the altcoins. So for example, if we go to Polkadot, they've already filled the week entirely. Okay, you can check this is the week. You know, they've already hit to the dollar and bounced a tiny bit now from there. But if you, for example, go now to Solana, you're gonna see that they haven't filled that week yet. Okay, that's the week, and the week would be around $18 or $16. And no, they haven't come to this zone yet, and price is still at $20, $21. So this is only telling you that Solana is very strong at the moment, and it's a very strong altcoin, or at least that's the idea that I'm getting from the charts. Okay, so that's also what I think that I mean, it's difficult that we see such a massive drop in the total 3, you know, what I was telling you, 30%. But I mean, if we see a 30% from here, where would we go? Let's check. I mean, we would still go to around $15, $14. Well, say a tiny bit more because the stable coins, you know, in the total 3, maybe 35%. We would go maybe to $13 in Solana. I don't know if it's possible, you know, a lot of things have to align together, like Bitcoin continue falling, the Bitcoin dominance holding the zone, or maybe even going higher to even 50, 52%. And then, yes, you could see something like this happening, all right? I think that these weeks over here, you know, they are good zones to buy if Solana goes there, because Solana is showing that it's been quite strong compared to the rest of the altcoin market. So really, if Solana comes to this zone, the rest of the market is going to be in this zone, okay? Or at least that's how it's playing out at the moment. Do I think I can go lower from here, from $8? I think it's very difficult. I don't see Solana dropping lower. But of course, if it goes lower, then we have this zone over here that is around $5. But again, I think it's very difficult that we see these prices unless if something big really happens in the markets that brings maybe Bitcoin again all the way to 15K or even lower, 12K, 13K. And then, yes, you could see maybe the whole market dropping and a lot of altcoins would disappear, which is something that has always happened in the previous bear markets. And is that, you know, 90% of altcoins disappear, and we haven't seen that in this bear market yet. or at least for now. So who knows? I don't know how the recession is going to play out exactly. It's quite uncertain at the moment, but that's kind of like the only excuse that I could imagine for the whole markets to crash that big, because yes, that would be a crash if we see Bitcoin going again to 15k or 10k, 12k, 13k. What at 25k? It seems, quite a far distance to get all the way there. Maybe 20k is possible, or 22k. Let's see how everything develops, because at the moment it's very uncertain. But yes, if it goes low again to 15k, or even sweep the lows and go to 13k, we're gonna see the market going down with Bitcoin. And then yes, you could maybe find a buying opportunity either in this zone over here again, okay, or even in this zone here. But again, I think that I'm not expecting that to happen really, at least for now. And I think that these two zones are not bad zones to get some some Solana, as long as the Bitcoin dominance is not looking too bullish and the total 3 is not looking too bearish. Okay, I'll keep you updated about Solana and the rest of the market. But yes, that's what I can see for now. And if we check to the upside, there are a lot of zones that price should go back to. Okay, there is a lot of imbalances in the chart. The peak was at $267, and now we're at $20. So that was a massive drop, but in fact it was a drop to $8 here. So if you bought here, congratulations, you should be very happy because you are in a big profit right now. Still, well, let me mark the zones to the upside first. That I think price will go back to yes or yes. I can see, for example, this imbalance over here. That's around $136. I also can see this one here between $90 and $60. Of course, this one over here around $200. Here, no, they haven't left any imbalances higher. You can see that they fill them with these wicks. You could tell me that, yes, I mean, this week is quite interesting. They might come back to this week here to the upside. That's around 245. Why not? I buy you that. I buy it. But yes, you can see that there is a lot of imbalances to the upside. So, and I think also Solana has strong fundamentals and a good project to push price back up again in the next bull market. Why not? We could have a really good bull market, but until the bear market gets invalidated and we officially have a bull market, I know that there is a lot of discussion there if we are in a bear market or bull market. I'll try to post a video soon telling you what I think, okay? But I'll tell you what I think for now. In high time frame, I like the 20 and the 50 EMA in the weekly time frame, and you can see that right now we are below the 20 EMA, so this should push price down. To be honest, I think we're probably gonna see this week over here getting filled. Maybe not the 100%, but I think the 50% yes. That would be already a better entry, because you are talking there about 10% drop from here, right? Yeah, 12% or 13% drop. So I'm gonna wait to see if that happens first. Well, I don't want to give you any spoiler for the next video. That's going to be the discussion about bull market and bear market. But for now, what I think is that at the moment we're still in a bear market, so you can't really dismiss the idea. I mean, I know that this pump here was crazy, but if you look at the chart, we're still below key zones in the chart. Okay, we're below the 20 EMA, so no fireworks at the moment. This pump was insane, to be honest. 172% pump. Well, actually more. I haven't got this week. A 246% pump. Wow. So I know that many of you, when I'm telling you that we're still in a bear market, you probably don't agree, some of you, which I understand and I respect. But that's what I think. I think that there is bear market until the bull market starts. I don't think we've had any invalidation for the bear market and a validation for the bull market yet. Okay. Now, I think, to be honest, that we are above a very strong support, because if you check this zone here, okay, let me mark it in a different color, maybe in white. You can see that we have been playing around this zone for quite some time and it's holding a support. So this is why I don't think that this zone of $20 it's a bad zone to buy. I think it's a fair and a good zone to buy, because those were the lows back in summer of 2021. You could say that this is a deviation. Why not? You might be right. I can buy you that theory that this is a deviation. Let's see if this support holds. I mean, we've tested it for a long time. The problem that I see is that the 20 MA keeps going down and price is below it. So as long as we are below the 20 MA, I think there is a chance that price continue pushing us lower, maybe even close a candle body below this white trend line, these lows, and that will be quite bearish for Solana. Okay. Otherwise, if we see something like this, closing a candle above it, testing it as support, that's something we haven't done, to be honest, yet, because if you check here, we go above the 20 MA, we close below it, so that was not a test of support. The same happens here, the same happens here, the same happens here. So if we have a candle breaking above the 20 MA, okay, like this, and then the next candle test it as support and closes the candle above it, then you have confirmation to think that price is going to go to the next EMA, and that would be the 50 EMA. That would be around $33, and that would be to fill this liquidity pool, this imbalance over here. Okay, so that's kind of your confluence. That's kind of like a good setup for example, a long swing trade. Okay, break above the 20 MA, come back to it, test the support, and then yes, you can buy some kind of confirmation that at least price can continue going higher, maybe to 30k, sorry, to 30k, to $30, and we're talking about 50% from here. That's quite a lot. I hope that you are liking the analysis. I'm trying to be as neutral and objective as possible, like always. You can see in the Solana versus Bitcoin chart, we're in log scale, okay? Because I want to show you something. What we are seeing here, it reminds me of what we saw back in 2020 in this bear market, although this lasted, to be honest, 4 months, okay? But you can see that this was this trend line that was pushing price down. And then we had here a very clear and bullish signal that was quite easy to see, that it was a bullish engulfing candle. You can see that this candle, the top closed right above the previous one. So this candle here was telling you to buy here or to go long. Anybody that did so, you know, they basically bought the bottom. I don't think we're gonna see the same this time, something as clear. First, because we've been in this bear market for 1.5 years already, not 4 months. So, you know, maybe due to the monthly time frame, I can see something different, but to be honest, no. We're still right below resistance. Nothing is telling you that we are gonna see something like this. We might see another rejection and price continue going lower. So the chart doesn't tell you to buy now, but what it's telling you is that Solana is a lot stronger than other altcoins, because if you see this, they are not making new lows. They are not even that close to the lows, okay? The lows are still 35% down. Now, if we go to any other altcoin, for example, Cardano versus Bitcoin, you can see that price is quite close to the previous low. Right now, it's at 9 or 10% distance, not 30%, and it might continue going lower and making new lows. Or if you go, for example, to Polkadot, let's check Polkadot. You can see that price is actually making new lows. This week it made a new low. Okay, so this chart, what is telling me, the Solana versus Bitcoin, is that Solana is a lot stronger than the rest of the altcoin market, for what I can see. Let's go again to the Solana versus the dollar chart, and let's wrap this up here. Yes, I'll tell you basically what I think in a nutshell. I think that it's very likely that the bottom for Solana is in at $8. Okay. Now, if this year, the bear market continues and we have only started really, and we have still a big nasty drop to come, then I think that buying the lows, or in the best case, buying this Solana $5 would be the best option. I still don't see that happening. I find it difficult to imagine at this moment, but I can't discard the idea. So for now, what I'm gonna look at is going to be we have this train line, this white train line that it comes from the lows in 2021. That we've been testing it for support for a couple of months. Well, since February, really, to be honest. Now we have this week here, and we are below the 20 EMA. So if the 20 EMA keeps pushing price down, then I think that buying the fill of the week, that is still a very good entry for the next bull run for Solana. And also a different trade is if we see the opposite, okay? If we see a break above the 20 EMA and then a retrace to test the 20 EMA as support, because to be honest, we haven't done that in the past. We've always, break above the 20 EMA but then fail to test it as support. So if we see that happening now, okay, then I'm a buyer in this zone at $22. Okay, because then I think that we have a chance that we can see price going up to the top of this liquidity pool, and that would also match with the 50 MA around $33. Well, of course, it's going to take some time, so maybe say $31 or so. Right? So these are the two setups that I'm keeping an eye on right now. I think that because we are in this zone between the 20 MA and this support over here, price is getting quite choppy. You can see here, okay? It's quite choppy. And I think we're going to see an aggressive move either to the downside, maybe to fill this week, or to the upside to come to this liquidity pool and the 50 EMA. Okay, so that's what I think that Solana is up to. I don't know if you guys agree or not, or if I hope that at least you like the analysis, and I've said a lot of things, so you probably agree with some things and disagree with others. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.